Welcome back, everybody, to another video. I do not know why I sang that. I apologize. So, welcome back to another Should You Bake It? This one is going to be crazy. Why? I'll tell you why. Because, yes, I do live in the South. Now, do I consider myself Southern? I do not know, because I don't know if any of you know. I think I said it in a video. I don't know if it was my first or second video that I did with Carrie Blaze, where we did a little story time about ourselves. I am born and raised Southern California, yes. But I have lived in Idaho, Pennsylvania, and now Georgia. We have been in Georgia for 8 years, and I don't know if that constitutes me as being Southern, but I like to think so. And my husband and I went to the store the other day to get some ingredients for this video, actually, and we were looking at the magazine area, and as you all know, baking is my passion. I love to cook. I cook a lot. Yes, but baking has been my passion for many years, and I know a lot of people don't, because it has to be precise, it has to be exact, it takes a lot of time, yes. But I have many cookbooks. I am subscribed, yes, to the Food Network magazine. But I came across this Taste of Southern cakes. What? So, picked it up, and it feels weird. It's like a matte finish. I don't know if you can see it. It's not shiny, but anyway, you guys clicked, you know I rant, and something shiny syndrome, so deal with it. So I had my husband go through it, and I said, you know what, pick one that you want me to make, and I'll make it. And he came across this one, of course. And I've made banana pudding, but I've never made an icebox cake. So I don't know if that's just strictly for the South, or I don't know. But it says something underneath each recipe that I guess talks about why it's Southern. This one says that there are few things more Southern than a tried and true banana pudding, and this icebox version will become a new family favorite. Well, Taste the South. We will see. Tell me what the fuck to do. So, as always, what are we gonna do, people? Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Pop it on over. Get this party started. Okay. I know I always say this, but yes, I am tired. But have you all had one of those? Well, I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. If anyone has ever lost someone or gone through something, you know, you have those days, maybe those months, and you're just like, why? You're emotional, you hate everyone, you just want to cut it, bring it down, bring it in, move on, and we're happy. Let's make this shit, people. Okay, so we have some vanilla wafers. We have a box of white cake mix, and they suggested Pillsbury, or said that they used Pillsbury brand. We've got some flour, we got some sugar, we got some vanilla, and again, we're going to be using a 13 by 9, and I have my brush and my Baker's Joy, and down here we have some salt. Now, the measurement for the salt, it calls for 1/8, and I just wanted to show you guys, if a recipe ever calls for focus, come on, you asshole, focus. Son of a biscuit. If it ever calls for a dash is 1/8 of a teaspoon. So, I just wanted to show you that. And we got some pecans. Now, like I said before, I always toast my pecans. So if you can, just stick them in the oven. It's already preheated at 350. Stick them in there for 10 minutes. And oh my gosh, you guys, it smells like heaven in here. It just brings out the natural flavor of the pecans or any nuts that you have. Just stick them in there, toast them. It releases their oils and their fragrance. Absolutely beautiful. So back there we've got vanilla wafers that I have stuck in a bag, and it says crushed. I looked at the picture and that's what it was, or whatever. In the back there we have 8 egg yolks. We have some mashed bananas. And we have, it calls for 4 cups of milk, and I don't have a 4-cupper, so I use 2 cups. Now, off to the side here, we have a ginormous goddamn amount of Cool Whip. Okay, calls for 5 cups. 5 damn cups, y'all. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our tensiones over here to our stand mixer and get going on our cake mix. Okay, y'all, so the first step says to make the cake box according to the whole egg recipe. So on the back of the Pillsbury one that they used, it does say or have the whole egg recipe. So it's just a 1/2 cup of oil and then the water and the 3 eggs. Y'all will not believe the shit that just happened to me. I kid you not, I'm not joking. I cracked, now, the technique that I've learned, you always crack the egg on a flat surface in order not to get shells. And that's always worked for me, so that's what I do. I always crack it on the counter because it's flat, obviously. Will you believe one of them bitches squirted on me? My shirt and my... Y'all. So, I have the cake mix, the water, oil, eggs, and we're going to add our mashed bananas. And I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys do this, or I don't know where I learned this, whatever. But how I mash my eggs, I know there are a million ways to mash your eggs. You got forks, you can use like a potato masher or whatever. I use a whisk, and it works unbelievable every single time. So I just like hold it and I slice my bananas first, and I put the slices in here, and then I just go straight down and mash them like that, and it, unbelievable. I mean, it works incredible. So we're going to add our mashed bananas to our cake mix and everything, and we're just going to mix this, and then we shall move on. Okay, so I have finished mixing the batter, and I'm just pouring it all into my prepared 9x13 pan. And I'm getting every little morsel because, you know, that is my thing. And, oh my god, you guys, can I just say, you know, Delish has a lot of really good, innovative, interesting, and incredible recipes, but every time I watch their videos, you guys, I cringe and I scream because, oh my god, all of the crap they leave in their bowl, all of the flour that goes all over the bench and the table, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm not kidding, you guys. I mean, it gives me like anxiety, PTSD, I don't know, call it whatever the fuck you want. It drives me nuts. So, anyway, as you can tell, super clean. Because baking, think about it, it's exact, it's precise. So if you have fucking flour going all over everywhere out of your bowl, and you're leaving all the shit in the fucking whatever and whatnots, how is that a recipe? You're leaving all the ingredients everywhere that's not... Anyway, moving on. Okay, so, enter prepared, and, oh my god, let me tell you guys, so I was reading this, and it says, where does it say here? Sorry, hang on a second. Spray 13 by 9 inch baking pan with baking spray with flour. Sorry, guys. So, baking spray with flour. What does my Baker's Joy have? Baking spray with flour. I guess I am Southern after all. Okay, I apologize. Okay, anyway, here. And then we're going to use, I don't know why you have to use an offset spatula to even it out, because you could just use your little baby mini, you know, get in, whatever. But do you guys see how beautiful this is? Ah! And I'm assuming that this is going to come out like a banana bread, using the white cake mix and then the mashed bananas. That's what it kind of is reminding me of right now. So anyway, smooth this out, and then it's going to go in your preheated 350-degree oven. It says until a toothpick in the center comes out clean. Obviously, it's what you do with every cake. Duh, you don't have to be Southern for that. Yeah. And then, well, it says from 25 to 30 minutes. So I'm going to probably do 26 minutes. Like I said, my oven runs hot, so I'll do 26, check it, and then go from there. And then we're going to come back and work on this banana pudding, which kind of reminds me of a pastry cream when you make a I have the cream puffs. So, and you make your pâte à choux. So we're gonna come back and tackle that job. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so now that our cake is perfectly baked, and it only took 26 minutes, and then it was done perfectly. Now this is my first time making a poke cake as well. Suggested using the end of a wooden spoon. Now, as I've said before, I hate using anything wooden. I don't like using the end of it. I don't like using the beginning of it. I just don't like wooden anything. And I don't understand the purpose of the end of the wooden, because when I started doing it, it ended up bringing up the cake, almost like tearing it. So that's why I have the napkin over there, because I ended up having to wipe it off after 2 holes, because anything that was on the end of it would just make the next hole bigger by the crumbs that were on the end of it. So whatever, you know, and it suggested not to go all the way down to the bottom as well. So I made sure to pay attention to do so. So next step is we are going to turn our attention to our saucepan. So we're going to set up over here with our flour, sugar, salt, and our milk. Okay, so in our medium saucepan we have our sugar, our flour, our salt, and we are going to stir in our milk over medium heat. And then after we have it all mixed in and whatnot, we're going to stir constantly until it's all hot, and then we're going to remove it from the heat, and then we'll come back. Okay, so now the milk is steaming and it's hot, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab our egg yolks that we've whisked really good, and what we're going to do is we are going to grab half of our milk mixture, and we are going to pour it into our yolks, and we're going to mix it really good. And then once that's mixed, we're going to take our egg yolk and milk mixture and put it back into the half of the milk that's in our saucepan and cook that, and we'll be back. Okay, so now that we got all that freaking, woo, damn Lord all happy. I'll tell you what, Southern cooks, Southern bakers, they must have all the time in the world on their hands to come up with all this crap. This is why I've only made choux pastry and pastry cream once. But I must tell you, I believe I do have that video on my channel. They turned out amazing. I made a blueberry pastry cream that I filled them with and topped them with Reese's peanut butter drizzle, I think. I want to say. But this pastry cream, I'll tell you what, is one of my arch nemesis because of that process that we have to do to temper those eggs. It's really, really hard to not get scrambled eggs while you're doing this. Then you have to freaking stand here. You know, oh, you okay? You doing good? Alright. I love you. Don't scramble, I'll kick your ass. That type of thing, you know? So, what we're doing is we're constantly stirring in order to not get scrambled eggs, and also to make sure that this comes to a boil and thickens. And that's going to take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Constantly stirring. I apologize for the scraping, but I wanted to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about this. Because that flour that we added obviously is going to help make this thick. And also to make sure our eggs don't scramble. So that's what we're doing here. And once this does thicken, we're going to remove obviously, and then we're going to add in our vanilla. And honestly, you guys, I was almost contemplating putting in some banana flavoring here. And I know a lot of people have different opinions on that, using artificial flavoring. I know we do have the fresh bananas in the cake. But I mean, you know, if you want to add some extra banana in here, because this is essentially going to be a banana pudding. I don't know. I'm debating on whether or not to add just a smidge in here. So, I don't know. I might do that. But, you know, as you can tell, it's starting to thicken already, like a pudding. So, that's good. And I have 8 seconds left on here. So, after it does that, and we take it off, we add the vanilla. We're gonna, bingo. So, I think the normal test is you take a wooden spoon, you wipe your finger down the back, and if it comes clear, then it's done. But I'm not about to use the wooden spoon. It feels thick enough to me, as you can see back here. See that? That's good enough for me. So I'm turning the heat off, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my vanilla, and then we're going to let it cool for 10 minutes. Alright, so now that it has been resting for 10 minutes, and we have been stirring occasionally because you don't want it to get a film on it, and look at this. Do you see? Now this was probably, no, this was not probably, idiot. This was the step I was extremely, to be honest, scared of, because this can go very wrong very quickly, very commonly. And I have messed this up 1 or 2, probably more times than not. Anyway, do you see the vanilla bean specks in there? Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour all over the cake. And yes, I did. I did happen to end up putting about a 1/4 teaspoon of banana flavoring in this. Just because, you know, I know there are feelings about artificial flavoring. But it was only a 1/4 teaspoon. It's not going to make a big difference, you guys, because of me adding the vanilla bean paste. That is a very strong flavor. So, anywho's, we're going to pour this bad boy all over. I'm gonna go, well, as you can tell, there is, holy shit. Holy, don't go overboard! Son of a biscuit eater. Please don't. You said 13 by 9, woman, man, whoever. Oh, holy night. Well, if you do, I'm sure I can just put it in a bowl. Husband will just spoon it out. Whatever. Do what you want to do. So, obviously, make sure you want to get all of this heavenly goodness. And you guys, honestly, I am, well, not that I doubted myself, because I am who I am. I'm the shit. The mother sucker. Who is you? You the bomb.com. You get it on in the kitchen all the time. You know what you're doing. You're a badass bee. Dun, dun, dun. Ah, see? Singing to myself. You guys, I'm almost 40 and I am guilty. I am guilty. I did, well, I signed up for a Twitter, you know, whatever. Just because I am loving the videos on there. And, I'm probably going to post a couple of videos because I love some of those dances that are on there. So, I am toying with that idea of doing that because I think I can rock it. And all the people on there, you know, older people, like, you know, almost 40 my age, who are killing it. Yeah, yeah. So, I'm probably going to do that. Yeah, so that's going to happen. Anyway, smoothing her out, making her beautiful. Oh, she's a pretty girl. You're so pretty. Or, but, you know, whatever you want to do. Hey, use toddy. I don't know. You know, just making it happen. And because it's not perfectly flat, you know, you're going to have this little rump, shake it, rump, shake it. 80s, you guys, bear with me. Anyway, so I'm going to finish making this beautiful because I'm a perfectionist, and we're going to cover it loosely and put it in the fridge for 4 hours. And we shall be back with the finished project. Well, no, because wait until you see what we're going to do to this. Okay, so it said 4 hours, but I kind of left her in 6 hours, so she could be beautiful, and there she is in all her glory. Well, I did go a little above and beyond. So, one thing, you guys definitely do not have to do this. This is just me, the baker in me. And let me tell you a little backstory about this. I was talking to my mom while this was in the fridge, and she was telling me a little story about how she has said this to me quite a few times growing up, and me and my love for baking. She goes, you know you get your love for baking from your great-grandmother. And I asked her, I said, tell me about that. Like, you know, what grandma and whatnot. So the story goes, my great-grandmother on my mom's dad. So let me revert. My mom's dad, his mom, my great-grandmother, she used to work in a French bakery. Now, the kicker is, this French bakery was just down the road from where she lived. And where she lived was in Compton, you guys. Yes, you heard that right. In Compton, California. She was born in 1910, and she lived in Compton, I think my mom said, until 72. So she worked at this bakery called Haven, not Heaven, but Haven, in Compton, California, in the mid-60s, I believe she said. So it was a French bakery, and where she made all these beautiful French pastries. So she always told me that I got my love and my skill baking from her, as well as my skill for drawing. So from her, as well as my great-grandmother on her mom's side. They called her Grandma Snow because her hair was as white as snow. She, I guess, her famous thing in the family, she always made doll cakes. So I guess it runs in the family. But, so anyway, running off. What I did here was I put the whipped cream in a piping bag filled with a star tip, and I made these rosettes. You don't have to do rosettes. You don't have to get fancy like I did. I just did it because that's me. And then, of course, topped it with the vanilla wafers, the pecan, toasted pecans. And then I also finely crushed some of the vanilla wafers to get the vanilla wafer dust. So, there you have it. And then I cut my husband a slice. So he is going to taste that. And then he will talk about it behind the scenes for you because, as you know, I'm not a big fan of being on camera raw. He's too cute for camera. I'm just saying, guys and girls. So we shall be back and we'll get the review and we will chat some more. Okay, guys. Well, long day, right? So one thing I did want to, well, a couple things. I'm looking at this and, because I'm thinking, you know, it called for the whole 5 freaking cups of sweetened whipped cream. Just Cool Whip, y'all. Shit. And I'm thinking I'm going to put this back in the fridge and how tall it is over it and whatnot. And I'm just looking at the picture and I'm thinking to myself, deep dish, y'all. Get a deep dish 13x9 because regular one ain't gonna work. But I'm gonna cut up some pieces so my husband can take it to work and give it to some people. Rod. Yeah, but that was so much fun. And there are a bunch of other ones in here that I want to make too. That I'm really, really excited for because if you live in the South, probably should know a thing or two about making Southern shit, right? Anywho's, so this is the aftermath. Hubby, what'd you think?
It was great. I loved it. Well, I like bananas anyway. And Cool Whip. Cool Whip does not hurt. Love Cool Whip.
Yes.
There's a lot of Cool Whip left. I don't think it needed 5 cups of Cool Whip.
No.
But I'm not going to complain about bananas nor Cool Whip. And thank you for putting the knife down. You were scaring me a little bit.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but as usual, it goes without saying, it's delicious, obviously, because I ate it.
Not like you would turn anything down.
And no, I do not weigh like 600 pounds. You would think I do, but I don't.
No, not even close. Gosh.
Just like half that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there, but I was thinking to myself, I was gonna tell them that they should hear what you say to people who try to turn down anything that I make.
Oh God, it's horrible.
It is horrible.
Okay, so I will say it, but there's a little bit of a disclaimer that has to go with it. So it is not for anybody to take offense.
Please don't.
It is a thing between me and the guys at work that I know very well, and they know my wife very well.
Right.
So with that being said, what I tell them is, see, sometimes these guys are on quote unquote diets, whatever. But anyway, so they try and turn down the things that my wife makes. And I just politely say to them, so you're really going to turn down something that my disabled wife spent hours making? And then they eventually give in, obviously.
And y'all, please. We both know we're going to hell anyway, so who gives a shit? Okay?
But that was in no way, shape, or form anything against disabled people.
No. It's a whole inside thing, and you know, they know us, we know them, and I don't take offense to it because
And I'm not a horrible person.
No.
I love my wife very much. Because I can just see the comments now.
Let him come. Let him come. It's all good. It is all good. He once told me, what did you say? I could fly a kite with a Dorito? I could use a Dorito as a kite?
Well, swift mouse fart would blow you away.
Right? Y'all, we have jokes that would have you rolling. Because with this, you know, 8 years of this, you have to laugh. You have to laugh because otherwise you're going to go insane. You're going to go mad. You're going to be depressed. Now, don't get me wrong. We have our days. You know, I have my bad days. It is what it is. But then we have our days where we just laugh. We just laugh. If it's really windy out there, you know, he might grab a hold of the, the loops on my pants so I don't fly away or something like that. Because I'll honestly, sometimes the wind could push me. I'll tell you what. But you just have to laugh. You know, it is what it is. But God, we are just, it's too much fun. We have so much fun. But with all that, thank you, honey, so much for your opinion.
You're welcome. I don't know how much it means, but
it
means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me. Hell, fuck. Whatevs. But thank you guys for joining me and for going on this journey with me. It really does mean a lot. Every subscriber, every comment, all the love for accepting me. It means the world to me. I can't even begin to explain to you guys what it means to me. I know everyone says that, but I hope that you guys really know that I truly, truly mean it from the bottom of my heart. Because every video that I make, the prep that it goes into doing it, the energy that I don't have, I spend making this for you guys.
And there's a lot of things that go on that are not on film, that it's hours upon hours upon hours. Anybody that edited a video before knows what I'm talking about, and the prep time and the cleanup and everything else. It's an all-day affair, sometimes all weekend affair.
Right.
But she is not lying to y'all when she says that it does mean the world to her, because every day I come home from work and she's on YouTube reading every single comment that you guys leave. So, hey, by all means, leave the comments, like, subscribe, make the stuff. That's why she does it.
I love you. But thank you guys. And please always, 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 like I always say, view it before you do it, because I will always continue my best and my hardest to bring you guys recipes, easy, quick, throw, crock pot, stove, oven. I'm going to be doing, continuing the Pillsbury one, recipes that Carrie and I were doing. Carrie is so busy with her house upgrade, trying to move and all of that, so she's got a lot going on. And she did give me permission to continue those without her, and she will pick up her end at some point in time. So Carrie, I hope all of that goes well for you, and thank you. And I will continue to bring everything that I can, tips, tricks, anything that I can. I'm going to bring you guys everything that I have, so you guys can do this if you like. So from my kitchen to all the viewers, as always, mwah!